Just About Sailing, January 2022. I hesitated then because crikey, I can't believe it's 2022. My name is Paul, by the way. This is Just About Sailing. And I was looking back over some of my older videos. And the reason that this channel is called Just About Sailing is my very first video, which was actually May 2015. It was a really short, sort of 1 minute video, which I put the backing track to and things. And on it I said, but you can't hear this in the video because I put the music over it, wow, only one of the sails was working. It was the first time I put up a sail. It was the first time I was sailing. I said, wow, I'm just about sailing, and that's more than just about good enough for me. So the just about sailing is just only just sailing. That's kind of where that comes from. So what I want to do today is I'm going to give just an overview of where I am in terms of getting Serenity back in the water and how my plans have changed. If you want to look over previous plans, which have changed, and there's no reason why you should, I first outlined them in March 2016, where I was talking about going to the Mediterranean. In October 2016, I then updated that a bit because I did a shakedown cruise around the south of the UK, which is on the channel. And then I had plans for what I was going to do to Serenity, to the boat, to actually make the changes to get her voyage ready. And then in June the 1st, 2017, when I took Serenity out of the water again, I gave a quick update on the plans then. And then in May 2019, I gave a much more informed update, because what happened is in 2018, my health started to go downhill. I hadn't really realised it until the end of the year. So in May 2019, if you want to get to back to that video, there's no way you should, no reason where you should. I've kind of updated what the health problems were there, and they're still with me. And it's to do with my battery is not working, both mentally and physically. So if I overdo things even slightly, my mind and body kind of closes down for several days. It's a well-known thing, unfortunately. But what I need to do to manage it is to make sure I really work within my energy envelope, because if I go above it, and that can be as little as doing 25 minutes of energy related stuff a day, I closed down for a couple of days, and I'd got to the point where I could manage it back in September last year, and then something happened where I had to devote a lot of mainly mental energy to sorting a particular problem out, nothing to do with sailing. I covered it briefly in previous videos, and my health just plummeted. But all data is useful data, so I know what I need to do to get back to the point where I'm at sort of 40-50% of okayness, and I can do several lots of sort of 25-30 minutes at a time. And that's why I'm not doing any boat work until sort of springtime, because I'm really focusing on trying to get my health back up to speed. Now Lucy, my daughter, might be doing stuff because she's okay and she works for chocolate, so if I can get her to do some of these tasks. But anyway, without further ado, this is not going to be a video about an old man whinging about his health. Here's the list of things which I need to do, and you've seen this list before from the previous videos, and the green marks mean there's actually quite a lot that's been done. So the first quadrant in the top left hand corner, it's difficult to point because obviously I haven't put it up there yet, that's the things that must happen for it to go back in the water. The next one along the top, day sailing, things that I really need to do to live aboard. The third one, I've written Scotland because one of my initial plans was to go to the Scottish Islands and actually spend some time doing stuff there. And then the fourth one is voyaging grief. I'm not even going to worry about the fourth quadrant, the one at the bottom. That's not things I'm going to do. But as you can see on the musts, I've done the rudder, I've done the windows, I've done the hatch, I've had the keel checked. I need to actually reseal or seal up the gap between the keel and the where it joins onto the boat. I've varnished the washboards, the tiller's done. Interior varnish, Lucy has done an awful lot of that. There's a bit more to do, but that's a simple job. Water tank, I'm going to use the water tank, and I think you saw that in a couple of videos ago, so that is pretty much finished. Holding tank, I've designed it, I've got the place for it, I've got one of the through holes fitted, so that's kind of a lot of that's done. Galley and cooker, a lot of that work is now done. The new cooker is in, the galley is more or less sorted out. I know where the sink is, so it's just a bit of finishing off. New Seacocks, thank you very much for everybody who commented on the video before the Christmas special about I was thinking about moving some of the through holes at Seacocks. I think I will stick to simply replacing them and putting them where they are. There's all sorts of reasons for that. Have a look at the comments below that video if you're interested in where to put Seacocks for cockpit drainage. Interior lining, I haven't really started that. That's going to be one of the last jobs. Handrails, I've done the handrails, the outside handrails. I've made lots of those. I've got a new tiller pilot. I'm on the day sailing bit. Electric windlass is done and sorted. Needs a bit of finishing off, but that will make a huge difference. Anti-foul, that should be simple. I'm going to get Lucy to do that for a bar of chocolate. Spray hood Dodger, that's coming in. Fridge is fitted. V-berth mattress, that's simply a question of measuring it and putting a mattress in. For going up to Scotland, standing rigging, I've had it checked and it's all right, and I'm really not sure whether or not to get it replaced or not, so that's a question mark. Solar wind vane, I'm probably just going to go with solar power on that, which is simply a question of putting a stick at the back of the boat and putting a thing on it. Anchor locker drain, I've done that. Internal grab rails there in the process. Diesel heater, that's fantastic. I've did several videos on that. That's all fitted. Rewire is going to be the very last thing that I do, but I've done wiring stuff in the past. That's really not an issue. Stern anchor, it's a question of fitting it. More battery power. I might put a third battery in. I think I've got 220 amp hours of leisure battery at the moment. I might put another one of those in. And I've got a separate starter battery, and I've just got lead acid. I was actually looking, and I might still upgrade to the carbon foam batteries, partly because there's a brand called Firefly, and regular viewers will know why that's appealing to me. Hot water, that's just a question of putting a calorifier in. There is a space to put it in. I've made sure that everything behind the engine is fine. The engine has got that would be quite easy to fit in. Habitent, that's the thing that goes over the back of Serenity, and I've got an electric bike, so I can actually go around. And as I say, the voyaging stuff I'm not even going to worry about. So there's not a huge amount to do, but I'm not going to set a time frame because I think I want to spend the rest of this year getting my health sorted out. My voyaging plans are going to change because what I need to do is to assume that my health is not going to get better and that I'm only going to be on 50% power, and that I can't always go out sailing, because the last thing I can do is to sort of go out, have some sort of a problem, need to expend a lot of energy, and then be wrecked. That would simply be dangerous. So I'm looking at a couple of potential locations in the UK where there is a big area, a big stretch of water, where I can even go out either day sailing or simply put the motor on, potter out to somewhere. I've got the electric windlass sorted out. I've got self-steering, both the electric self-steering and the wind vane self-steering. Serenity is a very small boat and she's underpowered in terms of sails, so actually getting the sails up doesn't take much energy. I can do all that without having the health problems. So she is actually, I'm going to keep Serenity. I did think, do I need a different boat? Is this boat going to be suitable? Yeah, I do. Serenity is going to be fine. So I've got a few ideas as to where I might take her, and that might actually involve, rather than sailing there, taking her by road, putting her in the water, and then getting that sorted. But in reality, that's not going to happen until next year. So don't hold your breath about that. So look, that was just a quick one, a bit boring, but that's to let you know where I am. So don't expect an awful lot from this channel this year, but yeah, have a good beginning of the year, and I will see you. I am going to keep putting out a video each month, so there'll be another quick video. If you've got any questions, by the way, put them down below, and I'll answer them in the next video. But yeah, have a good beginning of the year. And I'll see you in February, and let's roll on and get closer to spring, shall we?